Welcome to Build, Deliver, and Secure with Akamai. My name is Mike Elissen, Senior Developer Advocate at Akamai Technologies, and in this video series, we showcase how developers use Akamai. Today's developer is Ludum Dare. Ludum Dare is a game jam competition that started all the way back in 2002. Thousands of game developers from all around the world come together to collaborate and compete virtually to build their video game in just the span of 72 hours and then submit it to the community to be played and reviewed. Ludum Dare game jams are currently held twice a year and recently saw the 51st iteration of the event. Ludum Dare attracts a huge crowd of both new and experienced game developers that just all come together to have fun and challenge themselves in the short span. Ludum Dare is managed by Mike Kasprzak, who has been involved with the game jams from the very beginning. He maintains the website, API microservices, and the entire infrastructure associated with Ludum Dare.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I run the Ludum Dare online game jam.
With the game jams growing in size and popularity, Mike has to act as a one-man army, maintaining the entire tech stack from development all the way to operations. Mike reached out to Akamai to see how he can improve his tech stack to be more future-proof for larger events, as well as protect the infrastructure from potential flash crowds wanting to play the games, or even from hackers trying to mess with his tech stack.
I've been involved in game development for over 20 years now, and one of the things I noticed over all these years was that all the big game companies were using Akamai. For a long time, I didn't think we were big enough to need Akamai, but a friend of mine suggested I reach out and chat with them to see if they could help us.
Every website needs to be hosted somewhere on a server, somewhere in the world. And 7 years ago, Mike selected Linode as the cloud computing platform that best suited his needs. With the ability to easily set up a PHP server, which is running on Linux-based operating systems, Linode gave Ludum Dare a great starting point as the place to host his game jam website. Now, the website itself has many different functions. Users can visit the website to read the news announcements regarding the upcoming game jams, and during the actual game jam event, users can register, log in to Ludum Dare, and submit their game. And after the period of the game jam ends, then users can view the entries and vote for their favorite game. Now, with a single PHP server handling all of these transactions, flash crowds can easily overwhelm that one particular server and make it unavailable for a period of time. The way Mike solved this problem in the past is relying on a free tier content delivery network, also known as a CDN. A CDN allows for a concept called caching. Web assets such as the HTML files, JavaScript, CSS, as well as images can be cached on these CDN servers that are typically very closely located to the end user. And this perimeter is also known as the edge.
A big part of what we do is sharing what you've made and the steps you took to make it. We do that with blog posts, screenshots, short video clips, and we combine them all together into a shared social feed that anyone can be a part of. With many thousands of users sharing images and animated GIFs, having a CDN really makes our overall viewing experience so much more responsive. We couldn't do this without a CDN.
Armed with Linode as the origin and a very simple CDN configuration, this got the job done to a certain degree. One of the features that was often requested but unavailable to this day on Ludum Dare was the ability to upload game builds directly to Ludum Dare's website. And this led to game builds often stored on different locations outside of the Ludum Dare ecosystem. This quickly became one of the key requirements for the migration to Akamai and improvement of Ludum Dare. And this is exactly what Akamai excels at. Mike developed a solution where developers can now upload game builds to Akamai and gamers can rely on Akamai's content delivery to download and play these games. We also added a feature called Game Embedding, which allows you to play HTML5 games directly in the browser on ldjam.com. Ludum Dare can safely rely on the Akamai Intelligent Edge platform. In over 4,000 locations all across the world, Akamai has deployed roughly 350,000 Edge servers that are optimized for content delivery. Akamai started as the first CDN in the late 90s and has since been refining the art of the CDN for over 2 decades. Delivering the website and now games to thousands of gamers worldwide gives Ludum Dare a great way to grow their community further and ensure that gamers can stay within the ecosystem of Ludum Dare to collaborate, develop games together, and simply have fun.
I am thrilled that we can finally do this. Share the whole game development experience from start to finish on our website. It's kind of a no-brainer. A community built around sharing the creation of games should be able to share games and play them on the website. But it's been a tough problem for us to figure out how to do this cost-effectively and keep the website responsive while everyone is uploading and playing games.
It is great to see Ludum Dare's community thriving and offering the safe space to game developers to come together and build games. I've been very glad to collaborate with Mike Kasprzak on optimizing Ludum Dare's tech stack and implementing new functionality that helps his community thrive. I encourage you to take a look at Ludum Dare and perhaps even participate in a game jam yourself. You can find them at ldjam.com. And if you're interested to learn more about Akamai's content delivery network solutions, please visit akamai.com. Of course, if you're also looking for a place to host your web applications in the cloud, visit linode.com. To get started exploring the capabilities of the Akamai platform, take a look in the link in the description below for a free $100 credit. Thanks for watching Build, Deliver, and Secure with Akamai. We hope to see you again soon, so please consider subscribing to get notified on the latest videos. See you next time!